there, people, this is Pray Love, and I am all dressed in blue and the very proud owner of this bottle of Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male. And is it why I'm dressed in blue? Yes. So, this fragrance here, did I buy it? No, I traded it with someone. I was hesitant of buying it because I was not initially the biggest fan of this fragrance. Like you've seen maybe in another video I've made, I changed my mind, and I think that this fragrance is really incredible. I was kind of thinking of what should I get as a very sweet bubblegummy fragrance, and added this to the list of the fragrances that I might consider. And yes, the bottle is superb. I think it's just for the bottle, all these fragrances, Le Male, Le Male, Ultra Male, all these fragrances are so nice to have for the bottle. Do you really find that bottle like beautiful or anything? I find it's very amusing, and you can see that you can see the bulge. You know, it's the navy shirt. I really like navy shirts, by the way. But I think it's a very audacious bottle, like from a company like Jean-Paul Gaultier, and they've done it very well, in my opinion. Very interesting, can't miss it kind of bottle. And yes, so why did I go for that? The guy had so many fragrances that I could trade from, and I trade 2 fragrances, he traded 2 fragrances. So I got Le Male and Armaf Club de Nuit Intense pour Homme, which I'm going to review too. And why did I get that fragrance? You will say, because I always say, oh, it's the lesser version, it's not as good as either Aventus nor Mont Blanc Explorer, but it's still a very good fragrance first, and I'll talk about it more, but it's also the curiosity. And so this one, I think I wanted, at some point I wanted to get maybe Code Profumo, maybe Code Absolu, maybe even 1 million, maybe Amen Ultimate. But since I have that one, I think I'm going to be satisfied with the sweetness and the niceness that this fragrance has to offer. And I've worn it today. I've tested it a few times since the last review, and still very fantastic. I mean, it's very uplifting. It's like very confident kind of fragrance, very sweet. Not something that I would consider to be like business, like office friendly, business oriented, whatever, but still would like work very well. I've seen people in business situations wearing that fragrance, and it was very nice. It still gives off like that they're businessmen, but they're also like have this playfulness. Sometimes it's those businessmen that are not like livid and stuff. They're making jokes, and they're having more of a personality. This is a fragrance for someone who has a good personality, a good self-confidence, a good sense of self, and a certain carnality, because it is a fragrance that I'm gonna put some more because I like the opening is amazing also. So, the atomizer is very good. Check it out. It's super good. You can say all you want that this fragrance is outdated. Like, this fragrance came out the year I was born, in 1995. And is it wearable today? Perfectly. Since like it's always wearable. Like fragrances that don't, like sometimes some fragrances like are dated in the sense that they are associated with an era, like this one associated with the mid-90s where everyone was wearing that, the 2000s where everyone was wearing that, but still today a lot of people still rock Le Male. People my age still rock Le Male. I've seen tons of people my age, like I have this friend who's a young man who's gay and super well in shape, a beautiful guy, and I think I smelled Le Male on him once, and I was like, "This is amazing! It radiates." And it's kind of like one of those fragrances that also my very weird opinion about fragrances: wear that and afterwards work out. Why? I don't know. There's some magic that just goes on when this thing is diluted with your clean, because you're hygienic, like clean sweat. When it's diluted with that, it opens up a new world. It dilutes the fragrance and it gives off more that personal bodily like flavor that you add to the fragrance, and it makes it a fragrance that can be worn by like 100 different people and will smell like Le Male but different for each of them, like each people. It's that gives what gives away like your body chemistry, your skin, your sweat. That's what gives it. So put it on your skin, put it on your clothes too, but sweat. Don't be afraid to sweat, and it's a very nice fragrance for that. Something like it's for guys out there or whatever. It's if you work out a lot and you're starting to have like a nice kind of beach body, that is the kind of fragrance that you take off your shirt, people get whiffs of that. It's killer, it's amazing. For girls too, I guess girls can wear Le Male easily. It's a fragrance that I've said countless times should have been marketed unisex, because it's not a perfectly it has like a lot of elements of what we call in market, like what people call in marketing the feminine fragrances. It's kind of floral, very sweet, but it has also the spices added to it that it's fresh and spicy at the same time, kind of foreshadowing the Versace Eros hype. Versace Eros is kind of like the successor, like spiritual successor of Le Male, but Le Male has something even more very carnal, It's not it inspires skin, it inspires sensation and skin, and it's very nice, and it's nice for girls too. And I mean, if you are also the type of girl who want to rock your beach body and take out your shirt at the beach and like rock your bikini, but like have this whiff of Le Male, it's incredible too. From my standpoint, I'm just smelling that and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work out to the point that I'm gonna be like topless and smelling Le Male, and everyone will really like it. Anyway, this is all fantasy inside. I don't know, I don't know if I would really be as douchey, but anyway, like, do rock it. It's your body. You do what you want with it, and that is another body. They even made the ass. Anyway, I'm very excited today for that particular fragrance, because it is like uplifting. It is very invigorating. What are the notes? I never really read them, but I can clearly smell that. Like, I could clearly smell right away that there was a spice in there, but it's not the usual cardamom that we used to have today in every fragrances that there was after La Nuit de l'Homme. Cardamom everywhere. This one, it's not that. What is it? Checked it out. It's cinnamon. And yes, perfect. There's mint, I think, vanilla, all the good stuff. They just put all the good stuff in there. Vanilla, is very good. The spiciness of I think there's lavender in there that gives off a little clean, like softener type vibe. There's some other florals that I really don't know, but altogether it's really like it smells wet. It's not a dry fragrance. It's something that's very living and wet maybe, and yes, very like reminds us of the smell of skin, but in a very, very good way, like in a very sexy way. It smells like the skin, like the sensation. So I've already said that, but I can't stress it enough. It's something that's all about the sensation. You smell that, you want to be good to your body. You want to work out, you want to eat well, you want to love your own body. You want to love your own body with that. It's instigating self-confidence. That's why the thing with like taking your shirt off and everyone gets a whiff of that fantasy stems from the fact that you wear that and you love your body and you want to either be able to show it or be able to love it the way you want. Wear that and tell yourself that you're beautiful. Like, it's very important, but these kinds of fragrances are there to help you like achieve that, because they remind you of that sensual feeling you have with your own self, with your skin and everything. Very, 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 very good. Now, the question is it a compliment, Kader? Even today, you know how I feel about like trying to get compliments with fragrances. It's not the today I've worn it. I've got like I've seen two people. The two people gave me compliments on it. Whereas in the past I have worn it and I've seen like maybe in the same day 3 people telling me like, "Oh, this fragrance doesn't look like you at all." But today, 2 people that were like, "Oh, this is good. What is it?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Le Male. It's like that thing from the 90s. Everyone." And oh, it doesn't smell old at all. It smells very youthful and like with energy and stuff. And these were two. My sister and my roommate they're pretty young, so it's it's a compliment. Like, is it compliments if it's my sister and stuff? Yes, it is still first, and second of all, you shouldn't chase the compliments. But this fragrance is very like mass appealing, very attractive, and just the fact that it boosts your self-confidence will get you more attractive. It's these kind of circumstances that if you think you are attractive, if you like love your body, love your soul, both are intertwined. They're the same. They're the same you. But if you love yourself, you self-love, people are gonna love you, and people are gonna give compliments to people who, like, maybe when I first wore that, I was like, oh, I'm not sure about this fragrance and not feeling well about it, and maybe people were like picking up on that signal and being like, oh, it's not doesn't suit you well. Whereas today I was like, oh, this fragrance is nice, and people, oh, you wear a nice fragrance. Just the like mindset will be completely different, and also it accompanies well the navy blue suits that this guy wears. There's even like a James Bond henchman in the Pierce Brosnan era that actually wears pretty much that, and he's a very pretty blonde henchman, and every time I see him, I saw him appear in the screen, I was like, I just smell Le Male when I look at this guy. I also smell Le Male when I see that very, very beautiful movie that's called Les Demoiselles de Rochefort, The Young Girls of Rochefort, which is a French movie adored by so many directors, including Quentin Tarantino, Damien Chazelle, Steven Spielberg, Wes Anderson. They all love that same movie with the Umbrellas of Cherbourg. And every time I see that movie and I see Maxence, he's always like a marine suit, like he's in the Navy or something, like he's in the army, but he's got like that marine kind of suit with the little red pom-pom and very, very cute suit. And at the end he's all blue and blonde, super, super blonde. It's amazing. Go see that movie. But yes, and What is it for? Why would someone wear Le Male? I would say for almost anything. It has the brightness of the daylight. It can be used for the daytime perfectly well. It can be used for the nighttime perfectly well because it has that warmth and that sexiness too. So it can be used in pretty much any situation. Like I said, I am not someone who's like a business whatever, or I don't work in an office or anything. Maybe I would refrain from, even then I wouldn't, but some people would refrain from getting that into the office because it's very sweet and playful. But if you've got a sweet and playful personality, well, it just matches perfectly well. So, bottom line, this can be worn anytime, but like for sure, all the clubbing moments that were lived with that fragrance throughout the years, the 25 years it's been out, it's worth something, isn't it? This fragrance is a killer in the clubs, in the bars, in the social outings, in the evenings. Now, where I am, there is no social outings in the evenings right now, but when it's gonna get back, because it's gonna get back soon, I hope, this fragrance will probably be one of my allies, because it's intoxicating, invigorating, energizing. It is everything you want in those kind of evening fragrances. And it is very sexy and makes you feel very good. So, very perfect. Summer, perfect. Like I said, I would love to rock that on the beach. I love to rock that on the beach. Would it be good for fall? It's good for fall too. You get that with the spiciness, the little, the little cinnamon note, just like the pies, like apple pies and apple cider with whatever. Winter, it's a bit of freshness in the winter, but it's not too fresh. It's still got that warmth that is very good in the winter too. So that kind of fragrance, it's a no-brainer. You can put it anytime. You just need to have that personality that goes with it. Very open personality, someone who's playful, open, and yes, open to the world, open to others, loving himself, loving others. You need to be that person that spreads love and spread love. Bye-bye.